Stories for Rebel Girls.
Hi, Rebels. This is Goodnight Stories for Rebel Girls, the interview. I'm producer and sound designer Camille, and today we're talking to Beth Evans about painter Frida Kahlo. If you didn't hear the Frida episode, make sure you go and give it a listen. Beth, can you introduce yourself?
My name is Beth Evans. I'm the Youth and Family Programs Coordinator at the National Portrait Gallery, which is part of the Smithsonian Institution.
As an art lover and educator, what strikes you about Frida Kahlo?
I love her bravery and her confidence. It's easy to look at Frida Kahlo's work now and dismiss it as being, just another painting or just another self-portrait. But I think it's important to remember how much courage it took to paint what she painted, the way she painted. She was born over 100 years ago at a time when women were told that they had to be quiet and small and proper. And as I look at her artwork, I am amazed at all the ways that she rebelled against society's standards. Her art is loud and bright, and it demands attention. With these self-portraits, and a lot of them, her body takes up almost the entire canvas, and she looks directly at us. It's like she's just challenging us to question her choices or to question her ability as an artist.
Frida also used art to work through difficult parts of her life and to tell her story. Can you tell us more about that?
To me, the most interesting part about her creations is that a lot of them she did while she was in enormous pain. She was in a really horrific bus accident, and that was what got her started with painting, because she was hospitalized and bedridden for months, and she just needed something to do, first of all, to pass the time, but also to distract herself from all of this pain that she was in. And so she started painting for real, and she continued to paint self-portraits, always referencing different elements of her exterior, her appearance, or her interior, her thoughts. She was often referencing the fact that she was a Mexican and indigenous woman, that she was proud of her heritage. So as we see her with, the flowers in her hair and the animals, the parrots, the monkeys around her, these are all references to who she was.
You mentioned that Frida was unusual in her time as a woman and a person of color. Do you think things have gotten better, more fair in the art world?
I think it's gotten better. There's still a lot of remnants of colonialism in the art world, meaning that, white men certainly are the ones that are championed as being the geniuses. Whereas if we look at Frida Kahlo, and wonder what exactly does it mean to be an artistic genius, she certainly checks all the boxes. And it wasn't just the fact that she was Mexican and indigenous and a woman. It was also the fact that she was disabled, the fact that she was bisexual. There were just so many stereotypes and rules in the early 20th century that she pushed against in her rise to fame. And I think it's getting better in the art world, but it's still, we've got a long way to go.
What do you think girls today can learn from Frida Kahlo's example?
She's a fantastic guide for anyone who is trying something new. I would say one major takeaway from Frida's example is just to start with where you are and what you have available. She was incredibly brave. She trusted her ideas, and she didn't wait for permission because she would have never gotten it. She just started creating art, and she asserted that her art was good. She told people that she was good, and then they believed her.
Wow, that is quite a story. So if a girl is inspired to become an artist herself, what advice would you give her?
I always tell people that, and it sounds trite, but it's true, and it bears repeating, that everyone is an artist. Oftentimes we think we have to be really good at something in order to do it, but it's the doing that makes you better. And it's more importantly, it's the doing that gives you confidence that you can do it and you can improve.
And finally, what do you think makes Frida a rebel girl?
Frida Kahlo was a rebel girl because she rejected everything that she was told that she had to be. And she looked to herself as her greatest inspiration and her greatest success. She trusted her instincts, she trusted her abilities, and she used her own image, which I think is so radical, that at a time where, again, women, they were supposed to be beautiful, and she embraced her flaws, she embraced her disabilities, she showed people what her pain felt like, what her joy felt like, and she forced people to look at her and to understand her stories and to recognize that women's stories are valid and are necessary. And I love that.
Thank you, Beth, and thank you for listening. If you like the show, leave a review on Apple Podcasts or wherever you listen, and share it with all of your friends. Catch you next time. Stay Rebel.